Alright, so boom. I'm making this video just to clarify some things. I feel like I got off on the wrong foot, and the way that I stated my tweet, which is where all of this started from, the way I stated my tweet could have been better. I can say that because I know what I'm saying. I mean it in like the purest way, and I think over the course of this video, you'll see my intentions. It just got worded. I worded it badly, and then people on Twitter took it, ran with it, twisted it, whatever, right? It is what it is. I'm just here to explain because I don't think my point got across, and I don't like how what I had to say is being portrayed. Because it's not what I had to say. So my main point in the beginning was literally to shed light on the fact that the trans community, like pansexuality, is a harmful term to the trans community. Now, I know that not all people who identify as pansexual mean it in a malicious way, or they're not trying to other or divide trans people or try to invalidate trans people or anything like that. And when I say trans people, please know that I do include non-binary people, gender fluid people, gender queer people, all that stuff. Like, if you do not identify with the gender that was given to you or the sex assigned to you at birth, then you are trans. So therefore, non-binary people, gender queer, gender fluid people are trans. So when I refer to trans, that's an umbrella term for everyone that falls underneath that. So my original point was to show that the majority of the people that I've talked to, other trans individuals, have talked about the same exact issue, and how like 99% of the time people justify being pansexual because they had an attraction to someone that was trans. And as a trans person myself, this is also why I kind of got a little heated. Yes, I worded it wrongly and all that, but I'm a trans person, you know? No one has came to me and said, okay, I can see why the trans community would be hurt or why it can be harmful to them. No one said that. It's just been a bunch of cis people coming at me, trying to make it seem like I'm invalidating people, talking about why, like, aren't you an ally? How are you black, trans, bisexual, and you're still like, that wasn't, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life. I'm just trying to like open your eyes and show why that term is harmful. Now, why is that term harmful? Let's say a woman, right? A cis straight woman. So say she hooks up with me. I'm a trans man, right? Or say we date or whatever like that. So now if she came to me and said, okay, since we went on a date and since we like messed around, am I pansexual now? Like that's happened to me like multiple times. It's almost like if you mess with a trans person, or you do, you know what I mean? If you have any relationship with a trans person, then automatically like they're not just, like, for me, I'm not just a man, I'm a trans man. So that means that the person that I mess with has to identify as something completely else from, you know what I mean? Like, it's just another way to be othered. 99% of the people that I met that are pansexual have said that same exact excuse. You know, I like trans people, I like genderqueer people, so I must be pansexual. And I don't think pansexuality doesn't exist. I just think it could be, there could be a better term for it, and I believe the better term is bisexuality. I tweeted my tweet thinking that everyone else had the same idea of bisexuality in their head as they did with mine. My definition of bisexuality is when you have an attraction to someone else, regardless of their gender identity. So I never really thought, I know, like in the beginning, like years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, yes, when you hear the bisexual, you just think man, woman, period. You know, there's no fluidity, there's no spectrum. It's just like very, very binary. I don't think that's what bisexuality means. I really wholeheartedly believe that. It's okay. Also, it's okay if you still want to identify as pansexual. I'm not here to tell you that you can't. I'm just telling you how it can be harmful to trans people like myself. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm not invalidating anyone. I'm the last person that you should be concerned about invalidating people. Literally, do what you want to do. I'm just trying to show you how that term has been harmful to me, a lot of other trans people, and I don't understand what's so difficult about just really, all you have to do is educate yourself on the term bisexuality, and like it would be such an easy switch, because at this point, you know, pansexuality, it did start off as like a really, you know, it was just to have an attraction to someone just based on just them as a being, right? But now people have, like, it has evolved to where you hear pansexuality and the first thing you hear is trans. Like, trans people are always linked to that pansexuality label, you know what I mean? And that's where the issues for me come. Another black trans man today had said something about that, and about how you don't have to be trans, or you don't have to be pansexual to date a trans person. And that literally is basically what I want to reiterate and just go more into depth and give you another option. I don't think people thought there was another option, but bisexuality is a great option. It's literally, I think it literally does cover everything pansexuality covers, without the mix-ups and without the weird feelings that trans people like me get when they hear that word. But like I said, you know, do what you want to do at the end of the day. I was just stating my opinion. A bunch of cis people didn't need to gang up on me. Yes, I worded it badly, like I will continue to say, and I said non-binary people don't exist. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I was just really heated and, like, not really thinking, more just typing, you know, off a straight impulse. Non-binary people exist. If someone comes to me and they say I'm non-binary, I'm not gonna say that you're not. Like, I'll be like, okay, and I'll respect you, you know, but I can still have my opinion. I'm not invalidating you. I'm not going to treat you any less like a human, because, bruh, like, trust me, I'm the last person to do that to someone else, regardless of what my opinions or how I feel about a situation would be. I'm not one to do that. But yeah, I really don't. This wasn't an invitation for cis people. Literally everyone that told me something, all of them were cis, and that kind of goes to show that me speaking up, I already knew there wasn't gonna be people that understood what I had to say. No one really tried to understand what I had to say, just because you guys are the majority. So if one cis person says something, I'm pretty sure you and your friends who are also cis are going to, you know, back you without even trying to consider where I was coming from or anything like that. And then a lot of the people that I was talking to today have absolutely no idea about what's going on with pansexuality and the trans community. They don't even know that was an issue. And that's what I'm trying to do, like, show people like that was an issue, you know. So me speaking out on it shouldn't be you getting angry. It should just be you listening to a trans person and how a trans man feels about how this is affecting him and his community. That's literally all it was. But yeah, I hope there's no confusion. There's nothing to be mad about. Anyone who was mad, anyone who's upset, I'm not invalidating you. You can damn well be pansexual. It's just, if you want to be respectful to the trans community, maybe change that term, you know? I really hope that we can just educate ourselves on both sides of things. Just because you feel that your opinion is right doesn't mean it is, and I understand that too. That's why I'm educating myself on things, just so I can really see it clearly and not just be using my bias that I might not even know I have, you know what I mean? So I think educating yourselves and having actual conversations with people will go a long way. If you want to talk to me about things, you want to educate each other, you want to enlighten each other, I'm so down for that. But when you start coming at me disrespectful as not even a trans person, a cis person, trying to invalidate me and my feelings on how something affects the trans community, that's when I don't even want to hear it anymore. There's no point. We're not going to get anywhere. Unless you just want to argue. That wasn't my point. That was my point. So yeah, if that's what you want to do, if you want to have a conversation with me, I'm down for it. If you just want to agree to disagree, that's cool too. I'm not trying to prove points to anyone. I'm just putting it out there, and you do what you will with what I said. That's it.